Hi, I'm Manisha, a Millennium Fellow from India, leading Project Justice Reinvented to promote peace and justice on campus. Today, I'm honored to introduce a truly inspiring leader, Dr. Cecilia Conrad. As the founder and CEO of Liver for Change, Dr. Conrad has influenced over $2.2 billion in grants, empowering over 500 organizations to tackle global challenges. Her visionary work with the MacArthur Fellow Program and her recognition as a top influencer in philanthropy highlight her decades of transformative impact on communities worldwide in philanthropy and higher education as a professor and university administrator at Pomona College and Scripps College. Dr. Conrad, MCN is proud to recognize you as a 2024 Global Generation Award winner as a role model for all of us. Please join me in welcoming the extraordinary Dr. Cecilia Conrad. Welcome, Dr. Conrad. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Manisha, and thank you so much for this honor. And congratulations to the class of Millennial Fellows 2024. Congratulations and thank you for the important work you've been doing. I was very impressed by what I've seen so far. I am here today, I think, in part in recognition of some of the work that I've done, but also in recognition of having had an impactful life, something I'm very proud of. And before I talk about what the secrets that I want to share are for my impactful life, I want to first acknowledge the role of luck in my success. I was the beneficiary of the activism of generations who came before me, many of them young like you, who led the civil rights movement in the United States. It was a multi-generational effort, but it was really powered by the activism of the young, people like you. I was fortunate to be born to college-educated parents after the civil rights movement had happened or begun, and to be able to benefit from some of the programs that they set in place. And I recognize that that's an important part of who I am now. But it wasn't all luck. And I'm going to share what my white hair has had with three pieces of advice. The first is to be prepared to pivot. The second is to engage with smart people who have seen the world from a perspective different from yours, something you've already started to do. And the third is that when a door opens for you, keep it open for the person who comes after you. To start with, in terms of being prepared to pivot, long-term plans tend to be overrated. You should have a plan, but expect it to change, either because of circumstances beyond your control or because you choose to change it. I want to echo the advice that we heard from Starley that it's important to persevere. If I hadn't changed my plans twice in the past decade, I would not be standing here with you right now. My original plan when I finished college was to become a development economist. I started a PhD program. I dropped out of it. I applied for and got rejected from the World Bank Young Professionals program. I came back to the PhD program and began an academic career. But then I pivoted into philanthropy. First for the MacArthur Fellows program, as you heard, and then to found Lever for Change. When I talk about pivoting can mean stepping back and stepping away, and remembering that the people who found organizations are not always the best ones to scale them. When I changed plans, I found that my outsider perspective allowed me to see things that had become invisible to those deeply embedded in the work. I gained appreciation for the many different types of expertise that need to come together to solve a problem. Live experience, technical skills, ability to be persuasive, understanding of human behavior, accounting, finance, I could go on. And that leads to my second piece of advice. Continue to associate with smart people who think differently from you. I am envious of the connections you have made and are making to people around the globe. But you've probably also learned that spending time with people who think differently or have different lived experiences is not always easy. Sometimes it can be quite uncomfortable. And unfortunately, the muscle required to listen to each other, to disagree respectfully, can atrophy if you don't consciously develop and exercise it regularly. So even after you have graduated from this program, remember to exercise that muscle and stay out of echo chambers. This brings me to my final piece of advice. It's less advice, more a directive. When a door opens for you, hold it open for those who follow. As I said at the start, I was the beneficiary of the work of many who came before me, especially my parents who conveyed a deep sense of responsibility for community. What I learned from them and what I have learned from my own experience is that when you keep doors open, you not only pay back those who open the doors for you, you also share in the triumphs of those who come later. Openness is at the core of the work that we are doing at Lever for Change. We are working to help philanthropists find and fund the organizations beyond their current networks. We are convinced that we will not find the best ideas to solve the critical problems of our times if we are not open to ideas and organizations beyond the familiar. And from what I've heard about the work that you are doing, many of you might be future applicants for our Opal calls and grant competitions. I said that I had 3 pieces of advice, but I'm going to add one more. Do not lose hope. Do what you need to do for yourself to stay optimistic. For me, it's a balanced diet, which includes chocolate, fair trade chocolate, exercise, experiencing the beauty that's in the world, and as Jayashri said, remembering that action is the antidote. My version of that is that I keep in mind the last line of a favorite country and western song by Leanne Womack. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Thank you.